Hey disc golfers, Matt Dollar here again, back with some more Georgia Team Invitational match play action. This is the second round, and it's going to be myself, Matt Dollar, versus Team Tastic 205 from Birmingham, Alabama. Their player Tim Keith, also sponsored by Discraft. And we're starting on hole number 15 this time. Hole 15 is a par 4. You can see it up there at the top of that hill. Not a long par 4, but really pretty looking hole. It's pretty windy this second round, so
that's all right though.
It's gonna make it a lot tougher. This course has several holes that are really exposed to the wind. TK's probably got 400 feet here to the basket, maybe a little more. Throws a really good looking shot. Hit something before he gets up that hill though, so he's sitting at the bottom, which is a pretty tough putt and has potential for a rollaway. My first drive was so poor that I basically just had to throw one out as far as I could in the field. There was really not an opportunity to go for the basket, so. So if TK makes this putt, then he'll win the first hole with a birdie. Doesn't quite do it, and I will tap out of there, and we will push. So we're all square after one, heading to hole 16, uphill par 3. I'm throwing the hatchet here. It's not a very long hole, but because it's so far uphill, I like to throw an understable driver, just really soft with hyzer. I see a lot of guys throw mid-ranges or even putters at this hole. But I've always kind of played the same shot on this particular hole. It's always worked out really well for me, so. TK looking at a 20-footer, maybe 25. Gets that for the birdie. I'll tap out for my birdie, so we're all square after two. See John Matlack in the background there. He was playing against Michael Young, aka Worm.
All right.
Hole 17 here is a really cool par 4. That was my felon that I threw off the tee there with a thumber. It just came in a little bit early and kicked me into that left side. You really want to be down there through that gap so that you have a shot uphill towards the left and then finishing back to the right. You can barely see the basket there at the top of the screen. Lining up for a pretty tough flex sidearm with a stiletto. A little bit beat up stiletto.
Wow. Great shot, buddy. Wow, dude.
Yeah, that sidearm right there worked out about as good as it could have. Give me a long putt for the birdie. TK's lining up. He was on that right side.
You got through a little
Doesn't
bit
quite get it up there.
Good layup. Got a putt in there, Mallory?
Leave him short in the right side, and he'll just have to pitch up. Don't quite get to make that putt. Gave it a pretty good effort, but so we're all square after 3 with another push. Get to hole 18, which is another par 4.
Nice, brother.
This one playing to the slightly elevated basket today. And TK just threw the perfect drive. That was just absolutely amazing. I hyzered in early with that justice I threw. There's a Mando off the tee on this one that made me want to keep something that would go left, but I just went a little too far left off the tee while trying to lay up. That was just about as good as I could get a miracle out there with the hatchet. Had to throw it on a sidearm angle and then turn it into a roller. TK, after being in perfect position, throws his upshot and hyzers out just a little bit. So we both have long putts. Mine's looking about 50 feet here.
Damn.
That's a great putt that finally gets me going. And now TK will have to make a long putt if he wants to tie the hole and keep it all square.
That's what I'm talking about.
Round the horn.
TK looks like he's about probably 40 feet away. Got a little bit of wind to deal with coming off the lake. Elevated basket. I know that feeling. You just want to make sure you get it high enough to give it a chance. And sometimes when it's windy, that just carries right over the top. So I'm finally up one after 4 holes, and this is hole 1 here. Threw it down the middle, but turned it over a little too much. TK running for an ace here. Oh my goodness, and the kick's just in front of the chains. Then he rolls down the hill. So I actually ended up being closer than TK. Gives it a good bid. Yeah, not a huge fan of this green. There's way too many trees on it, but this is about one of the only complaints you could have about this course, which is amazing. I had to hyzer putt around that tree uphill and wanted to make sure I got it high enough to avoid the rollaway, and hit it just a little too high. Left with no putt for my par. Had to sidearm the Cenis there. So TK, if he taps in his par here, he will win the hole. TK wins the hole, and we are back to all square after 5. So we got 4 holes left. We're on the hole 2 right now.
Flip. Beautiful. Go in. See it. Be nice.
Just an absolute beautiful shot from Tim Keith. I believe that was a comment he made hold like that. I take the unconventional route and throw the backdoor thumber with the felon. Oh, just not quite able to put that one in. TK for the long putt to try and win the match. Not the match, but the hole. Catches a really unfortunate roll away. Puts him in an even tougher position than he was previously. So now TK needs to make this just to not lose the hole. Not able to find a line in those woods there, so TK will basically concede the hole here. I'll tap in and go back to being 1 up with 3 holes to play. Now we're on hole 3.
Lives on the lake. Drop in anytime.
Short downhill par 3.
Nice.
I was gonna drop
Threw a
in
pretty
my
good
basket
line
and
on
hit
that one,
thing.
but it got just a little high and hit that tree, but deflected me right to the basket.
Nope.
TK comes out a little early and hyzers in that right side, which is really thick. So my birdie there will put me up 2 after 7. Now we're on to the most beautiful hole in the course, which is hole 4. Great par 3, about 360, 370 feet. I threw the flow, an opto flow off the tee here. Had really good success on this hole and hole 7. Another tough hole with that opto flow. I really like it for the 350 to 400 foot range. Well, I got a putt to win the match here from about 40 and drain it with the soft Cenis. So that put me up 3 with 1 to play, and that will end the match. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks to Carla Seward for filming. Thanks to Latitude for my plastic, and check back for matches against all these guys. And the next match will be against Philip Tyler Belt. Thanks for watching.